Hello students, welcome back. Let us continue with exercise 11.2 of chapter 11 constructions. So you need to construct a triangle XYZ such that angle Y is 30 degrees, angle Z is 90 degrees and the sum of the three sides, that's XY plus YZ plus XZ, is 11 centimeters. So how do you do this? We have learned that when two angles are given and the sum of the three sides are given, there's a way to construct this triangle. So what do? You're going to take this sum of the lengths as 11 centimeters as the base, and you won't denote it as XY or YZ or XZ, but you will denote it by any random alphabet. I'll say A and B. Now I'm going to take this angle Y as 30 degrees as A is equal to 30 degrees. So I'm going to draw a 30 degree angle over here. So this angle out here is 30 degrees. And Z is 90 degrees. So I'm going to take B is equal to Z is equal to 90 degrees. What I'm going to do is, now I'm going to bisect angle A and B and let the points intersect, point of intersection of these two angle bisectors be X. So which is, what is X? X is a part of the triangle that we need to construct. So why am I marking this as X? Because we are already comparing A to Y, which is 30 degrees, and B to Z is equal to 90 degrees. So what is the remaining vertex for triangle XYZ? It is X. Now once you're done with this, you're going to draw the perpendicular bisector of XAX. So let's say this is the perpendicular bisector of AX, and you're going to draw the perpendicular bisector of XB. So let's say this is the perpendicular bisector of XB. Now what you're going to do is, you're going to mark these points as, or rather first let's join this. So this point here would be equal to Y and this point here will be equal to Z. So obviously if you notice that angle Z is not 90 degrees over here as it is given, because this is just an explanation that I am giving you. You will see that when we construct, we will get the desired angle Z as 90 degrees. So but what's the logic? We can just, this is just for your explanation. So now how do we prove that the sum of these three sides is 11 centimeters? First of all, if you notice that Y lies on the perpendicular bisector of XA. Therefore, what can I say? That Yx is equal to Ya, correct? So I have Yx is equal to Ya. Obviously, therefore this triangle is an isosceles triangle. Therefore, what do I get? Angle Yxa is equal to angle Yax. So angle Yxa is equal to angle Yax. Let's mark this as 1, 2. Similarly, what do you have? Z lying on the perpendicular bisector of XB. Therefore, Zx is equal to ZB. So again I will say Zx is equal to ZB. So I am marking even this point as 1. And therefore this triangle XZB is an isosceles triangle. Therefore I have angle ZXA, ZXB is equal to angle ZBX, right? So I have point numbers 1 and 2 over here. Now if you see, AY plus YZ plus ZB is 11 centimeters according to the construction. So I have AY is equal to, AY plus YZ plus ZB is equal to 11 centimeters. But AY is equal to what? AY is the same as YA, it is equal to YX. So YX plus YZ stays as it is, plus ZB is equal to ZX. ZB is equal to ZX, which is equal to 11 centimeters. So what are you getting? XY, this can be written as XY plus YZ plus XZ. So Zx, I am just writing it as XZ is equal to 11 centimeters. So the first part is proved. Now we need to show that this angle XYZ is 30 degrees and this angle XZY is equal to 90 degrees. So how do we prove this? Now if you notice, you have these two angles equal, right? But this angle XYZ is the sum of these two angles through the exterior angle theorem. So you have, if you notice this angle, these two angles are equal to each other. Therefore I get XYZ, angle XYZ is equal to the sum of these two angles through the exterior angle theorem. So what are these two angles? YAX plus YXA. But these two angles are equal to each other. So instead of YXA, I am going to write YAX. Therefore, what do I get? XYZ is equal to twice angle YAX. But twice of angle YAX is, let's say, this angle PAY, right? Because AX is the bisector, angle bisector of this angle. Therefore, what do I get? That this is equal to angle PAY. Right? Therefore, through this, what do I get? That angle XYZ is equal to angle PAY, which is equal to, this angle was how much? PAY was 30 degrees. Similarly, you can show that this angle XZY is also 90 degrees. So if you want, I'll do the proof for you. If you can see, you have angle XZY is equal, so this angle is the exterior angle for this triangle, therefore it is equal to angle ZXB plus angle ZBX, right? But if you notice, these two angles are equal to each other, so I am going to say instead of ZXB, I am going to write ZBX. Therefore, what do I get? That angle XZY is equal to twice angle ZBX, right? But twice angle ZBX is what? It is, let's say, this angle QBZ, because BX is the bisector of angle QBZ, right? So this is equal to angle QBZ. Therefore, what do I get? That XZY is equal to QBZ, which is equal to 90 degrees, because QBZ was 90 degree according to the construction. So here you have this angle as 30 degrees, this angle as 90 degrees, right? So I hope you have taken down a note of this. It's very important because you may be asked for the proof as well during the exams, except for the construction and the construction steps. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the construction. So I'm going to draw the base of 11 centimeters. So let's say this is my base of 11 centimeters. I will call it AB. Now I'm going to draw a 30 degree angle over here. So how do we draw a 30 degree angle? We will first draw a 60 degree angle and then bisect it. So from A, let's mark the vertices of the line segment AB. So this is 11 centimeters. A to B. So you're going to keep the needle of the compass at point A. So with A as the center, you're going to cut an arc over here, and then with this point at the center, without changing the length, you're going to cut an arc on this arc. Then you're going to join A to the point of intersection of these two arcs. So this angle here is 60 degrees. So how is this angle here 60 degrees? I am calling this as PAB. So why is PAB 60 degrees? Because this arc, the length of this arc is the same as the length of this arc, right? So these two are the radii of the circle. See, this is a part of the circle, these two are the radii, so these two lengths are equal, and also without changing the length I had intersected this arc. So this length is equal to this length, therefore this triangle is an equilateral triangle. If suppose I have to join this point out here, therefore each angle of equilateral triangle is 60 degrees, therefore angle PAB is 60 degrees. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to intersect, draw the perpendicular bisector of PAB. So let's draw the perpendicular bisector of PAB. So this is the point of intersection of the two arcs. You are going to join A to this point. Now we are done with the angle bisector of angle PAB. Now we are going to draw an angle of 90 degree at vertex B. So how do you draw 90 degrees? You take point B as the center, you cut an arc using B as the center without changing the length. You keep the point here at the point of intersection of AB and this arc. You cut 3 equal arcs on this arc so drawn. So just I'll have to get on this side of the board. Now you're going to take these 2 points out here and you're going to join it to B. So now if you notice that if I extend this out here until this point of intersection of the arc, each angle is 60 degrees. Why? Because this entire angle is 180 degrees through the linear pair axiom. Now these are 3 equal arcs, so they would draw equal angles at the center, right? So 180 degrees divided by 3 is 60, therefore each angle is 60 degrees. So this angle is 60 degrees out here. I need how much? 90 degrees. This is also 60 degrees. So if I bisect this angle, I will get 30 degrees. So 30 degrees plus 60 degrees will give me 90 degrees. So now what I am going to do is I am going to bisect this angle out here. Let the point of intersection of these arcs be Q. Now I am going to join BQ. And just like we drew the perpendicular bisector of PAB, we are going to draw the perpendicular, drew the angle bisector of PAB, we are going to draw the angle bisector of QBA. So how do you draw the angle bisector? See, you have this arc over here, so see where I am placing my compass out here, the needle with this point as the center. I am going to cut an arc here, cut an arc here, draw the point of intersection of these 2 arcs, and I am going to join B to this point. And I will keep extending my line so that both the angle bisectors meet at a point X. So this is the angle bisector out here and this is the angle bisector out here. I am supposed to let these angle bisector meet or intersect each other. So they are now intersecting at point X. So for triangle XYZ, we have at least found out the vertex X. Now we need to find the vertex Y and Z. So how do we do this? We are now going to draw the perpendicular bisector of XA and XB. So drawing the perpendicular bisectors of XA, XB, take more than half the length of XA, cut an arc here and cut an arc here. Similarly with A as the center, okay. So again I will have to go here and I am going to mark the point of intersection of these 2 arcs and join them. So this arc is supposed to intersect your line segment AB. So this point here will be what? It would be Y. I am just writing 11 centimeters here instead because I need to denote my point Y. And I am going to join X to Y. So we found another vertex, that is Y. Now we need to find the vertex Z. So how do we find the vertex Z? I am going to draw the perpendicular bisector of XB. So with more than half the length of XB, you're going to cut an arc. Please make a point to do this construction as I do, because if you do it without me, then you're definitely going to miss out, because it kind of gets cluttered with so many arcs. So again, I'm going to mark the point of intersection of these two arcs, and I am going to join these points. Now I will call this point as Z, and I'm going to join X to Z. So Z is intersecting AB, or Z is a point on AB. So this triangle of mine XYZ is the required triangle. So if you notice, we drew such a large triangle, but the actual triangle is really very tiny. It is here. XY, YZ and XZ. Right? So this angle is 90 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees. They might ask you a tricky question in your exam, that as to what is the measure of angle YXZ. So obviously the sum of angles of a triangle, you know that it is 180 degrees. This angle is 90, this angle is 30. So 30 plus 90 is how much? 120. So this would be 180 minus 120. So this angle is 60 degrees. So this is just extra knowledge for your GK. Now let's go ahead and write the construction steps. And also over here, the sum of xy plus yz plus xz is equal to 11 centimeters. We have seen the proof for the same out here. Okay. So step 1. Step 1 was what? You draw a line segment AB. AB is equal to 11 centimeters, right? Second step, draw angle PAB is equal to 30 degrees and angle QBA is equal to 90 degrees. Bisect angle PAB and angle QBA such that the angle bisectors meet at point X. Then what you are going to do? You are going to draw XA and XB. So fifth step, draw perpendicular bisector of XA such that it intersects AB at point Y. Similarly, draw perpendicular bisector of XB such that it intersects AB at point Z. Therefore, what do you get? Then what you are going to do is join XY and XZ, right? Therefore, triangle XYZ is the required triangle. So here is the construction and here are the construction steps. Please take a look. Thank you for watching this video.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.